Thank you very much. Our next presentation is going to be given to us by the co-founder and the managing partner of Little Company. Now, a quick story about Little Company. It's owned by Mark Slade, and Little Company is a Nigerian family-run hospitality business, and they're the owners of Jara Beach, which we've attested to be the best resort in Lagos. I didn't say it. It's the best resort in Nigeria. So it's coming up now for a presentation, and it's going to be very rich and impactful. If you're looking forward to that, please put your hands together as we make welcome Mr. Mark Slade. He has called Lagos home since 2008, so he's one of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for him. He has received so many publicity today.
So many accolades.
So many publicity
Well
today.
deserved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. This is a brief presentation. I'm going to tell you a story, and the story is Jara Beach Resort, the story so far. Oh, it works. A big thanks first to Business Day, of course, for putting on this wonderful event, and of course to all the distinguished guests, both government and private, and some wonderful guests I've met today. I'd also like to thank Patience for putting my rectangular presentation on a square screen, so I'm winning already. So Little Company Nigeria Limited, a family hospitality business starting small with big ambitions. We own the two brands, Jara Beach Resort and LCNL Academy. So Jara Beach Resort, we're hearing that P word again. We hear it regularly in every tourism aspect, every conference. The P word is potential. So Nigeria's tourism potential, but for Jara Beach Resort, it's unlocked. Co-founders is myself, Mark Slade, and my wonderful wife, Millie, who you'll see on the front row here. Former private aviation flight attendant for 17 years with a passion for quality international hospitality. Alongside myself, as rightly said by Elizabeth, I've been here for 16 years, calling Lagos home since 2008. So of course I am British, but perhaps British Nigerian at this point. My former role was with Ringier, headquartered in Zurich. One of the key brands that I managed across multiple countries in Africa was Pulse, which is a news and entertainment platform, along with a digital outlet called RDM. So the story starts in 2016. Family and beach life in a place called Little Zanzibar. So this wonderful rustic bamboo beach hut was created by myself and Millie for our own weekend enjoyment. This was a year after we met and a year before we got married. We used to welcome our friends and family to have wonderful barbecues, time in the pool, and barbecuing prawns from the local cellar. It became so popular that we would offer it to the public as well to have their own beach days as well. Then fast forward 3 years, after many years of enjoyment and lots of wonderful weekends at Little Zanzibar, Millie and I were strolling along the beach. I tell this story a lot, and it's also documented in our living room at the resort as well. One weekend afternoon, 5 minutes away from Little Zanzibar, and we saw this property, as you see it on the screen today. Let's call it pre-loved. It wasn't in the best condition, and it was the extension annex of a local hotel called Shaka. And as we looked at this hotel, it was one of those light bulb moments. We looked at each other and we said, this could be interesting. So we made an inquiry, and in a pretty record time, inside about a month or two, with lawyers exchanging details, we purchased this property. At the time, it was about 3,000 square meters, and as you see, this is the main house, the beachfront, and what was left of the gazebo at the time. So in a very brief history, I did my garden leave from the Swiss company at the beach, raking sand, digging holes, and generally just building, painting, and decorating along with Millie and a small team of wonderful local staff. The project in total, from seeing, or rather signing off on the property to opening our doors, was 11 weeks. When you're using your own money, you work very fast. and you work very long days. So as you can see, every intricate detail, painting of the signs, that was done by myself and Millie. Again, family members, friends, people who are involved to help this project take life. So on November the 8th, 2019, we opened our doors to our first customers, who happened to be a international corporate consultancy company who came in and did their first retreat. On the evening, we had some rooms booked. So even during the consultancy visit, we were running around the rooms, tidying the rooms, fixing any plumbing issues, etc. And this was 11 weeks before COVID. So we operated initially from November through the Christmas period, learning a lot, having a lot of fun, and producing what is Jara Beach Resort. 11 weeks later, we were closed for around the same period, and then we doubled down on Instagram. Again, when you're funding your own business and your life depends on it, it's very important that it's a success. So between 2020, March, April time until June, July, we were telling everyone in Lagos and Nigeria, come and visit Jara when things open back up. And because we were only 6 rooms, we did that pretty quickly and a lot quicker than a lot of the other mainstream bigger hotels. When we did do that, we were fully booked for 6 months. Every of the 6 rooms, each of the 6 rooms for 6 months was fully blocked. So that in itself provided us some challenges. The fact that we had no one to upgrade or a spare room to move to. But this in 2020 is when we opened our cabins, 7 to 9. The beauty of this is that we had a space that we built from scratch versus taking over an existing building. A year later, in December, we opened our beachfront villas, number 10 and 11. 2022 April was the lofts, 12A and 12B. And then in December of last year, we opened rooms 14 to 17, which is our studios, bringing a total of 17 rooms for Jara Beach Resort. So Nigeria's premier award-winning all-inclusive food and drink beach experience, open to pre-booked visitors only, 17 stunning ensuite rooms and day pass visits, the ultimate escape just 50 kilometers by road from Lekki Phase 1. You'll notice we use the distance and not the time because this is Lagos. Sometimes it can be an hour, sometimes it can be more, but perhaps it's still quicker than flying abroad. And this, as it looks today, is our beautiful beach resort, Jara. But how did we get there? This is not an easy thing, and this is where the story sort of begins. Our guiding principles and how we started initially, and I think probably the most proud element over the next couple of slides is the foundations that we built on, that we remain consistent over the following years. So our guiding principles is guest experience. Absolutely everything we do is about the guest. From the entrance, from the initial inquiry, from their online experience, for the way they interact with our staff members, to when they enter, to when they're met by the gate man, everything is about the guest. And then we have the 3 C's. These are actually copied and pasted from our staff manual and have remained consistent since inception. Communication, everything can be solved and achieved by great communication. Every one of our staff has a smartphone, everyone's on Wi-Fi, everyone has no excuse not to be on WhatsApp. Consideration is ultimately the essence of hospitality. I'm not here to talk about, obviously, government and other challenges or other aspects or stakeholders of our business, but hospitality in general is ultimately within you. If you're somebody that likes to open a door for someone or pull out a chair or make an extra special experience, then you're in the right industry. Consistency, and this is the key as well. And we talked, I think I heard Ademola speaking on the previous panel, a lot about branding. Branding is the key to branding, from my experience, is consistency. So once we kick off that initiative, how do we continually keep that brand consistent, whether it's Nigeria or for us, Jara Beach Resort? And when I talk about sort of the pride of the foundations of our business and consistency, this slide and these icons have been the same on our website and in our staff manual since 2019. So you'll see here a great focus on food, an all-inclusive experience, fantastic drinks, a snack station, so if you're feeling hungry throughout your stay, you can go and help yourself. And it comes back to little Zanzibar. What was the problem we were solving? We didn't want to leave. We had some adventures on a night, sleeping inside of a bamboo shack. Wasn't the most comfortable. It was very hot. Millie used to have a bread knife under her pillow. But it wasn't necessary. Eko is an extremely safe and lovely place. However, it came down to how can we sleep over comfortably and extend this beach fun. So these are all the bits we put in place. So from free Wi-Fi, in-room multimedia, a personal concierge to attend to every request. We don't hire waiters and waitresses, we hire concierges. A lovely swimming pool, activities, fire pit, security of course, and more recently we added a gym as well. So I realized I didn't put any pictures of our rooms having completed this presentation, so I threw this one in last. This is from our villa, which is rooms 10 or 11. In total, we've got 17 ocean-facing rooms. That's 17 keys. Comfortably, we can sleep 50 guests, and at a squeeze, if you're sharing beds, 67. We have all-inclusive day pass visits and corporate retreats options as well as being a venue for anniversaries, weddings, other takeovers, etc. This is the first floor story of the villa, and those on the AstroTurf you can see looks directly onto the ocean. Here's a quick cross-reference of our food. So we get many inquiries. The fact that we're a beach resort, we get many inquiries, whether it's Instagram or elsewhere, thinking we're a beach house. There are some lovely beach houses in the city, but I tell people that we work far too hard to be called a beach house. So we have a fantastic team of kitchen staff. I think our team at the moment is about 15, producing beautiful Nigerian and international cuisine alike, from a la carte to buffets, barbecues, etc. And probably one of the best full English breakfasts you can have in Lagos. A great kids menu. Again, a quick overview of the depth and the quality and the variety of the food that we offer. Eat, drink, repeat is our slogan. It's on the back of our staff t-shirts and you'll see it everywhere. It's about an indulgent experience and about an opportunity to have a vacation, a staycation in Lagos with an international standard. So you can see a range of our cocktails, and this is a concierge who'll be attending to his guests on the terrace. We proudly offer as many Nigerian-made products as possible, so you'll see a selection of these on the screen. We've got a sign at our snack station. If you are aware of a brand that we're not holding or stocking, then please let us know, because we try pretty quickly to get them on the shelves. Where we can't do local products, we do best in breed, best in class, which you'll see there as well. And the beauty of the snack station, whether it's a day pass or an overnight experience, you just help yourself. So no additional cost. People seem to like that a lot. And when I mention international quality, at 4:30 every day is tuck shop time. There's an announcement on the PA, and guests are encouraged to walk towards the tuck shop window, and we proudly serve Magnum ice cream as an example of the quality that you can enjoy. And again, it's included within your stay. We've got a big focus on tech and have done since we've opened. We're actually currently using the 3rd version of our tech system, and we're currently developing our 4th. Our business keeps evolving, and we're not in a position to buy anything off the shelf. But this, again, is a big focus on allowing customers to individually curate their experience with us. So they can go onto the site, pick from available rooms, add in any extras, and complete their booking completely online. This is a system called Sabis. So for anyone who's been to Jara Beach Resort, you may have experienced a message prior to your arrival from our guest services team, where the team will message out a unique PIN and a link to Sabis to allow you to order your lunch. So even if you're coming along the expressway, you might have an hour or two visit. You can pick from our menu, get into holiday spirit, and when you arrive, your meal will be served to perfection in your chosen location, at your preferred spice level, at your preferred time. So this is our internally built system called Sabis. I don't know if I'm doing this or if these guys are doing this. Okay, so children, we are family run and we are family focused. Top middle, you'll see Millie and myself with our beautiful girl called Maya. She's 5. And Ronnie, who's 2. So Jara is our middle child, and occasionally causes problems, but also a lot of enjoyment as well. So we've got Dapo, who's our kids club mascot on the left-hand side. You'll also see him middle top. We provide a range of experiences. It's the E word that we focus on always. So this is the treasure hunt for the little ones, where they get a prize once they've gone around the internal space of Jara and have chosen all the correct words from the signages. You can see our pirate ship playground. We've got children's menus, lots of children's activities, and it really is children first. All-inclusive activities. I saw a DM this morning and somebody said, I hope there are activities, I don't want to get bored. And we have an array of activities that we can provide, but also Jara is the perfect place to do as much or as little as you like. Every activity we have set up is based on 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, a little bit of fun just to break up the day. But whether it's volleyball, basketball, table football, pool, table tennis, etc., we've got it all, both indoor and outdoor. This is a picture of the gym on the left-hand side. And then other curated experiences. Again, it's about the people within our business that make these experiences. So top right, you'll see our sunrise stroll. If you want to wake up at 6 o'clock and have that holiday adventure, you'll have a guided tour along the beach and back again in the morning before sunrise. We offer karaoke on an evening, also bingo, as well as other nighttime activities. Premium activities include adore and tie-dye making as well. So these are opportunities to put extra experiences within your booking, horse riding, and of course DIY painting has been a big hit as well. An evening ambience like no other. So this is one of our sunset picnics on an evening. For those travelers and tour people among you, you'll probably know authentic traveler Chris and his now wife Adenike. They've been big fans of Jara, and I've recently learned on her social media that this very spot was where they had their first kiss. And on the right-hand side, you'll see some examples of proposals. And as it stands after 4 and a bit more than a half years, nobody said no at Jara, as far as we're aware so far. So we've had almost 30 out of 30 yes for will you marry me questions. This is a recent installation of our nighttime movie, fully licensed with AVRS compliance. It's our movie Under the Stars Night, and it really is exceptionally special. An opportunity from around 8:30, 9 o'clock to sit on a beanbag, eat some popcorn, and watch a latest movie. And the fire pit has been something that we've opened since inception, 9 o'clock. You'll notice the timings. I didn't put the schedule here, but we run like clockwork. Everything happens consistently on a daily basis, and the fire pit really does produce an amazing ambience, a nice opportunity to sip a glass of wine, be served alcohol until midnight, enjoy your own group, but also make new friends as well. The fire pit has been a really great place where lots of people have got to connect, network, make new friends, etc. So what's the secret sauce? It's been mentioned a couple of times today already, but absolutely no doubt the people within our business. So as you can see here, we're about 50 plus staff, and this is a day in, day out, non-stop effort with our team to carry the vision and to carry the effort and the energy that's required to allow people to come in and have a wonderful experience with us. I mentioned at the start we were about 11 or 12 staff, and today we're at 50 plus. As we've added rooms, we've added infrastructure, added staff members, and this is our team. But every 3 months minimum, we do a complete shutdown. We do a training and maintenance day. Our next one's next week. An opportunity for our team to come into the gazebo. We do departmental breakout sessions, but also full team trainings. Quizzes, competitions, opportunity to win prizes, but just again, reaffirm and reinstate the Jara standard. So everything we do is to Jara standard. And this is Millie, I think, running probably the raffle or competition at the end of the day. So this became such an inherent backbone of our business. We actually were having requests to train other companies and other organizations. So at the end of last year, or quarter 4 as it were, September 2023, we established a physical customer-centric training school for all sectors, led by experienced trainers, which is primarily myself and Millie, but adapting the ethos and the training system that we have internally, but for external companies as well. We've had 100% satisfaction ratings from our attendees. And now we're actually doing more trainings directly with clients on site for their own staff members. A little bit of a backstory. We've launched in September 23. We've had almost 200 participants. We've actually offered 5 different courses using other subject matter experts who have run the courses as well. And we've successfully completed 14 of these courses so far. And trusted by probably every logo and brand you might think of, primarily in the island. So these are all the companies that instantly, through the nature of RCBC and General Managers Association, every one of these companies has either sent employees or we've been to their venue to do training. So back to what Jara Beach, why is it so special? So we offer curated experiences. I mentioned this at the very start. During our booking system, and the opportunity to create special moments and special memories. So whether it's room decor on arrival, the floating tray breakfast, I think we were the first venue in the country to offer that. We're no longer the only one, but we were definitely the first to do it. And this is still liked and enjoyed to this day. We've got an on-site spa with a full-time masseuse. So again, we're more than a beach house. More further memories. This is an example set up in the day for easier viewing, but this is our beachside dining, available for lunch primarily and dinner, right next to the ocean. So this is a place called Horizon, which is above the grill area next to the terrace, and an opportunity to just take yourselves away even more privately and dine right next to the ocean. So responsible hospitality, this also kind of makes us a little bit different, and from day one we've been trying to do things as ethically and correctly as possible. We still buy a lot of diesel and we still run a lot of generators, as is the expectation, but one thing, we are completely off grid and have been since day one, not a single bit of PHCN. But you can see here on the right side as well some visuals of being responsible and covering that, and that's back to the snack station. But recycling, solar panels, rainwater recycling, which is primarily used for the plants, occasionally the footbaths, solar water tank heating, inverter technology, and wind turbines as well. All of this requires a lot of investment, a lot of maintenance, a lot of replacing, but it's what gives the Jara experience. So I wasn't sure whether I'd include this or not, but there it is, compliance. It's another huge one from us and probably what sets us apart. This is a letter of appreciation from LIRS, and this is a letter of appreciation from FIRS. And thank you. At a recent conference, the LRS head made reference to, he actually referenced our business as we were in the audience, and he actually, I don't know if he slipped, but I certainly heard it, as did others, and he mentioned we're 1 in 1,000. And again, when it comes down to businesses operating, what government can do for you, but what can you do for the government as a business and also for the wider nation and population, then I think we're very proud and pleased that we can do our bit. Every month, we remit no less than 8 figures to LIRS, FIRS combined, every single month. There's a lot of people who've been in business a lot longer that might think we're foolish or there's other ways of doing it, but we've maintained a compliant approach on tax remittance and across the entire organization. So security, of course, this is one of our founding pillars when we began. So most importantly is having a wonderful experience and relationship with our local community. First and foremost, you can't enter a beach location without getting those guys on side. We have a toll that we've supported them with. When we have customers, they benefit directly from revenue for each car or bus that passes. Sometimes it's not always been the best relationship, I'll be honest. There's an entire story and another presentation for another day. But there's been times where these guys have really stood up for us and really shown that we're part of their family. And we've been in the area for about 8-9 years now, and Jara's coming up to 5. So that's obviously super important. We have a bunch of CCTV, we have armed guards, Mopol, we have uniformed operatives, and we're a very safe and secure environment. This is a recent audit that was done actually end of last year from Amarante, Nigeria, who concluded that we are indeed a secure environment for national and expatriate guests alike to enjoy. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. So social media, again, this comes back to branding. I mentioned how we use this as a platform during COVID time. The beauty of this is that your customers instantly become advocates. We have an amazing array of content producers who come and enjoy their time. A video here on the right-hand side. We obviously repost them. We get lots of requests for reposting as well, but it's been a fantastic platform for us to show what's going on at Jara. We're just over 70,000 followers. If you're not following us, please do so. There's lots of opportunities to be aware of what's going on. We also run some great competitions. Very recently, we ran a competition for a 3 million naira voucher and made one very lucky winner, extremely excited to come and spend her birthday with her family. Down here on the right-hand side, you can see a couple came 2 weeks ago, I think, for their 40th wedding anniversary. So we welcome lots of fantastic celebrants and just sharing what happens at the resort. So it's a special year. I mentioned we established in 2019. And by God's grace, we will celebrate our 5th anniversary this November. So we are doing something a bit different and definitely allowing ourselves to celebrate, reflect, and enjoy the moment, because it's been quite the journey. But to get to 5 years in business, I think it's the survival element and remaining in business that really is the reward at the end of it. So, Jara Beach Resort, no renders, no blueprint, bootstrapped. Oh, a relentless day after day effort, building a sustainable business, remaining authentic and intentional always, often imitated, never duplicated. JaraBeachResort.com for your bookings and your inquiries. We'd love to welcome you all. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that lovely, insightful, remarkable presentation, Mark. Thank you. We're taking photographs. We just need to really thank Mark for sharing with us the Jara experience. I mean, it's a really beautiful one.